sorry, Sama Ababato and Monty, and say, Interpol, issue red alert, Eddie Amaya, former president, John Dramani Mahama, and officials, Siboma, or Yomu Jumayani administration, and now my issue red alert, Eddie Amana Nina, and say, Phoebe Chemu, Airbus scandal, who sorry, and I almost see a much about corruption, meaning the Adomu Yamau for 5 countries, Bia, Edimbe Pimna Ghana, Dean Kahwas, the same Ramanoka Sensudia, CNN, B, be Al Jazeera, and the Kaho. Platforms akasia edru wiasa fa na nyina no obia e ka issue ya na nyina edin no eda so no former president John Dramani Mahama ni din na babeda so no na amafo bebre ka se nipa ye issue red alert ye nkwonkwochi Interpol ye nkwochi na ye Samuel Foster ya aka Mahama Adams no so ye former president Mahama hu ni po so nya ni hu ni po but the din we ya baba pie mu yes Mahama din bata ho ntie no afie no den na ekwa ma NDC for afin so former president Mahama say one step down ni ade na in same way no you'll be one so be more details with AirBus scandal when you na chassis baby finish say me baby ababepem e kwa be so kra no mo fa ya omunya Ghana be shame officials be a bribe ni ade akokoko so nti me kwa omane so na me man na akwaba na ye hye dwumedie ni na se na akwaba
Miniaba mejo so.
Awe die ayese animdie wo hwa na sadwe ni bakufo tim enne ne ababato abontin wu ye sure pa say una wudi kan sha ase we follow issue we e sha ase e ba ni nyina nti ba more details wo AirBus scandal we mu na ahwefo nyina ye hu ne eko.
First of all, me person me den chia ke sebe ma itifo nyina omo hwe ye wenya bra omo hwe. AirBus issue we e ba ya che. Say itifo we ni edin sam ne chia e ba approximately 5 months ago. Na ni nyina ne se ukọ US, UK, and the developed countries now, or more aircraft manufacturing companies, as manufacturing companies, produce airplane. Into airplane, helicopters, aviation. That is what they produce. Now, it may be our competitors and our key players. You can key players are one more, a Jumana or more yeno, say be a TV, key players, maybe a Samsung, and maybe a LG, because no more market share. No, it is key players AirBus and the aircraft manufacturing company in the world no Bako Boeing no more US
okay
no more Boeing 737 Max ni Boeing aircraft any o Bako Europe and UK specifically UK and Europe and also your friend AirBus. In Tusha, these two companies are the key players in manufacturing of aircrafts. As I make good. It's along the way, and AirBus initiate and unveil a new line of aircraft, AirBus, the new product line by and you see a plane who in same year. Now every country they need every country needs airplane for many purposes. They need it to be served as drones for medical purposes. They need it to be served as drones for military purposes. They even need it to be used for commercial and public activities.
Okay.
What I say, which means Osha Ghana Airways a plane, sa Kotuka it's an airplane.
Plane.
Yes. What I say, it's a very essential airplane is one of the modes of transport, especially from one country to the other. It's a bad sana AirBus for no almost stiff competition at that time. Boeing was leading with the market share. No, what they decided was to actually adopt a new strategy. The new strategy was to penetrate illegally. They took upon certain countries. Meaning said the countries in the Edini Biaba. It be a Taiwan, it be Indonesia, it be a Ghana, it be a Sri Lanka, it be brave. It's boy who said no. Ye na ni way to me, but I say a AirBus market no cost too much. It cost too much. Good. Right. So they did an investigation because every company be an almost a competitor cost. You need to do an investigation to know what your competitor is doing now. Yeah. Now why? So they did an investigation. The investigation almost said no. Maybe I so baby I'm the bigger hand of the market in a survey. As I make us what say. Cool. So based on this particular thing, no, investigation findings the France Magistrate Court and also the UK courts be UK Britain. Was no. Investigation we say AirBus was involved in certain illegal activities to get the market share. And yet AirBus pay and operating in that particular aircraft manufacturing company. It's a ban somebody called down court and you're free. obi or the same cause be the person is a plaintiff. Who be defending one? You feel defendant. It's a free defendant. No, in this case, the defendant was the AirBus company. It's AirBus buyer, no, and after many investigation, trade say indeed they paid bribes to certain countries, but after investigation and reports from the France Magistrates Court, who say countries now. Bribes no Ghana ka ho.
My way.
Ye ka ho. And then just Ghana. Many countries but ye diemu and ye beka ho asem. Enti eba ne sa na eye France Magistrates Court no. Omo slap AirBus company with a $3 billion fine. $3 billion fine. So that $3 billion no Donald Trump is so a billionaire. The whole net worth and ye dia slap company say omuntua as fine. Say Oman operating in the right channel in a fair competitive manner. That was the final. Okay. After that, the report said no, there were many countries involved in this. And you are not just going to slap this particular AirBus company, you are also going to publish the report. The countries are AirBus, Richie or more, they actually took bribes to initiate a contract. So you better publish your money. It's in there was Ghana. In there somewhere was Ghana. That Ghana didn't be brave because at that time assembly see not any this time in some dates like 2009 to 2015. During that time na era at Mills na on and out so antibia na Yakopon to ne sa friend na John Dramani Mahama obeji akonya na oto aso. During that time you bet make one of the key decision players and nipa na administration otiso Mahama. Okay. Mahama may not be present in all of these things, but it is his administration.
And of course,
because the whole thing was targeted towards Mahama. Okay. The whole thing was targeted towards Mahama. AirBus came with the intention to actually law or coerce. For Subia now Dani you be so only bibi a brand nipano on person obey. Yes. What I say, yes. It's no any offend quid pro quo. Quid pro quo no, you can't say quid pro quo. You will manage you in a quid pro quo. So this particular AirBus, they actually engage themselves in a quid pro quo. They reach out to some government officials of Ghana during the Mahama administration. The main aim was to influence these people. Say mona mo ben Mahama Ghana mo be aircraft and at that time no be so at that table no so Ghana ni hia aircraft e be we say we replenish our old stock of aircraft because every years and after every 10 years be I was say your old aircraft and I was say two new ones for defense purposes, not just defense, for security purposes, for commercial purposes and a whole lot of purpose. It's not be that table no so that time no Ghana near aircraft. It's AirBus who send on reach to some officials aircraft because usually say government and now echo to be beer. Your friend bidding or more bidding. Bidding nature say you top ABR street lights about the whole of Accra. Your baby two bedrooms say see a government a street light into more street light nyano more brand. So you guys will come and bid, then we'll choose because the government also want to create revenue for the people in the country. It's a bede sana obi a ebefa obi anyenim say at least you also pay people and employ people to do that work. Now and also the money is going in circles. Ebana state ni so enye. So they bid the thing and instead of them to do bidding, this time around bidding ankoso. Because the contract was on the table say you hear aircrafts and AirBus was in the picture paying certain bribes to certain government officials and no more Mahama administration. Say omon bomo dia na omo ye do metimi bia na contracted that was in aircraft no omon diso ye fama AirBus. So that was the whole scenario and that was how all of these things came up.
You know asem ne ehya ase na we say mfe bebe na ba betwe no e ba ne sign na afei na time aye wo mu I say is the wrong time move abe yenye.
This is the correct move. Obi so say we propaganda bia no. I pity the person. This is not a propaganda move. Remember, Ghana did not issue this particular friend is saying press and I said this particular report. Going and now your investigation on the assembly called down France Magistrate Court and France High Court. Investigation and a report in the Ghana cry kahon. Na Ghana so ye can one na say we didn't engage in fair practices, which means business be one can was a bid na obinya. We are involved in corruption. No son and my Ghana you didn't want it. Internet was say ye who bibi because omupo one more omoko ma bribe no. Ya show masu 3 billion. How much more Ghana are your officials no? Omu omuko J bribe. Say they should give the contract to Boeing. And during that time,
to AirBus.
AirBus, thank you. To AirBus. During that time, so administration and I also Mahama administration. Now, see, the Abeto Jamie and say, I think it's 3 days ago, and Interpol issue alert say Samuel Foster, aka
Samuel Adam Mahama,
and Adams Mahama. It means if this person is directly linked, say, oh yeah, Mahama Busini or not, I need the mean because you know, I'm for be Bromudi Mahama, they are common name in the local parlance. That's what I say. But this guy was in the administration of Mahama because also 2009, 2015. You can't tell me Akufo-Addo was the president.
No.
So before you come and say where propaganda, one person said they also used to analyze things critically. Because Akufo-Addo's government started from 2016 going. In say Bibi Bane 2016 to 2020. Yes, say 2016 to 2020. Yin timi first born Mahama.
Yes.
But this time 2009 to 2015. You be timi so born Mahama because na ban
and I was
so. Into this particular period, certain British High Commissioners who share reports about a lengthy, but the British High Commissioner, say British High Commissioner 1, and friend to the British High Commissioner 2, and an aide to the British High Commissioner 3, and back 8, and a DB or publish it. But Usha, Nipa ni diabe PMC pa one this particular Adams Mahama.
But tell na wokasa say AirBus kura no ya ma mu ye twesika mama mutua no yembra Ghana ha say Ghana di na aba wo mu say nipa ba ko bi no kwagina animu ye nti di nsusan so ban na betimi di aba Ghana so say ba say ye de kokot pa sika bi wo ho a omkaso muntu ye ebe Ghana ka. Well, in
this case, we need to look at it from two angles. Aban is saying a good Ghana hoofing. And if this investigation occurs who say officials in Ghana, especially the aviation industry, aviation a kind of aviation we museng or more industry, you know, a ban say reports in the SIS aviation ministry and aviation industry no more corrupt say obi or the contract baby and they need to take something a quid pro quo and no sano we are not going in line with the protocols set for business around the world because if we are there are principles and guidelines in doing business all over. You were saying a business I'll be to transacting business from Ghana between Ghana and the US businessman and the Ghana and the Nigeria. You were setting guidelines for it. We are not going in line with these protocols which has been set by the World Bank and other the economic World Economic Forum organizations or business at the adeno. They can slap Ghana with a fine. The fine is that they can fine Ghana in such a way say they can restrict us. They can restrict us, say, if your trading activities be or they can restrict us even in the world in terms of the world trade. It is certain trade activities be or Ghana. So because of near course so during this time for the next 10 years and transactive business be also more officials so they are going to put a red alert on you guys say anytime a Ghana government official be another president's crown obedi jumebino red alert at the also says because Bonnie what I said because Usha you find a portfolio. Your portfolio is going to be full of these things. Your portfolio because the only way we are CBN your portfolio and now CV into Ghana CV mu say country radio ton idea and I say a band so I was say yes I also trade me which is creating a bad image for the country. Aside from that too, this particular Samuel Adams Mahama Interpol for issue red alert for him no. They are going to jail him. Officially, the minimum jail sentences are 28 years in prison. Many can say Interpol website. They've issued a red alert for him. Interpol red alert just say, "Baby, akwe we esha wa asasi we bi subian." because we did bonnie. I describe for AirBus so to go and influence government officials to give the contract to AirBus, which is so wrong. Aside from that, to the people who have fingered other British citizens are now among a year. That times ne be mo ye commissioners Ghana. It be the Philip Sean, Middle Miss, Sarah Davis and Sarah Furnace. They are connected to this particular case in regards to this particular scandal.
But to say the nipa ni di wo mo ye Ghana near Samuel Adam yipe.
There are many people who DP.
But no na so ye main suspects.
Main thing.
Main
mediator, because I didn't call any say AirBus directly cannot come to Sebe. Mahama and say Mahama. Contracts are here say mo per AirBus and mo per aircraft so what these particular people do is that they engage themselves in middlemen and they engage themselves in the services of middlemen. See, I can say middlemen are in between a buyer and a seller. In this case, between AirBus and manufacturing company and the government of Ghana, they needed to give a contract to purchase some aircraft. Okay. So this is the whole thing.
Sisiria Adiwe ya bay amount for baby na airboy former president John Dramani Mahama din and now forecast we ya bay the car omone no cranka the flag bearer ship you are or see okay in confront to her. Do you think say time when so a wrong move at the man NDC for Swana?
Let's be honest. I'll not make me creative and I'll not be biased here. But this is not a good portfolio and it's not a good record for ex-president John Dramani Mahama because adie yukosi wo administration na etiso enya se wo administration entisu biema anka enokra no ye beka se president a adini see wo e na government on one etiso into they could have slapped us with a fine. Aside from that too, you see in some bar I think say at the end of the day no contracts they were able to give it out. Into a ban send a contract they gave it out. Who influenced Mahama to actually give that contract to AirBus? And once a Mahama DAP woman, definitely one way or the other, or can because I say penny on betinifia. Also can be. So definitely Mahama is one of the people he's been fingered here because a administration. A failure to supervise and oversight over all of these activities na so in as much as things equals it's a bad image for Mahama himself. It's a bad image going on in the 2016 general elections. I believe say as times goes on, this particular MPP administration can use it as a scenario and as they can use it as a weapon to hammer Mahama come the 2016 election. 2020 election. They've even started it already. And even Krano Osha say MPP for these times no more they buy and normally report be by say Mahama aye BBC and Quebec say propaganda meanwhile enye so.
Great. In some way, of ye legal team member be Babonti, NDC legal team member Babonti, Abraham, Amila Babonti, Bekeke Biafa, Àrrɛst Interpol for issue say Franco Mahama, Adam Walker say who here because you be issue arrest, red alert, just nipa no jane, but nipa no jane ye who him won't say
you see Ghana, one of the major problems our country has seen a failure to actually analyze things correctly. Say in pain no be do MPP na kufa do ya de bonia yentimi nka because the person a new patriotic party say enko you tintina I was so jam baby ojina. The same thing applies to the opposition NDC. Say omo yard na enya instead of them to acknowledge say ye Mahama dia all ye no enye. Let us criticize him for him to be better or a better president in the future. No, you see people with gray hair, with empty mind. People with gray hair. Gray hair with empty mind. Come on radio, come on TV, and come and spew garbage. Interpol, any Ghana company. Interpol, any security company for Ghana. Interpol, any wiasia fenenina. Nancy and hospital chini. Any Interpol ne issue alert. Interpol. So they are basically a crime organization as an anti-crime organization. Based all over the world. Their main purposes is to fast track or track criminals or make journey if you one country or the other. What else do you want to see? The reports came out. They've issued a red alert for him. You come out on radio and TV and come and say, on radio and you come out on TV and come and say your friend is saying Adams Mahama na Interpol red alert near the man bogus. It doesn't carry any merit. It doesn't carry any wisdom. Now, aside from that, check Interpol websites. His name was not there. You don't need these things. The guy did something that was wrong. The questioner, this particular corrupt, I'm saying he's corrupt based on his or a corrupt head to toe. They need to jail this particular man or a corrupt head to toe. Now, listen to this. Sankaya MPP official been a year, sir. Do you think he'll go on radio and say this? Now, let's turn the coin. Me, before I do anything in this world, I ask myself, what if I was the person in the situation? And now, what if my opponent was the person in the situation? In this case, what if Akufo-Addo administration official be a woman? Do you think he'll come and say this? Then you find him organizing press conference and you catch him Akufo-Addo abandon and corrupt. This is an indication to tell Ghanaians say, this can. Why is it that your own person who is close to Mahama, you don't want to admit this? That is the problem. Nobody is against Mahama or Akufo-Addo, but let's face that. You need to actually correct that person. Now the Bible cracker say, mani nyinyi na yentimi otwabre ni do an yebehu papa ene bone no. So at the end of the day no ni nyina no, these are the bad weeds amongst the crops. Into we see a two weed in frame into this bad weed that ban you won't go and defend this bad weed is a change now your crop. Meanwhile on your crop you need to weed him out because our side party no, but they don't see it that way. They see it as a smear campaign. How can this be a smear campaign? Namugu party, no, you guys are destroying the beautiful party. Jerry John Rawlings or the buyer, they are destroying the party.
In some abandon the observation for a dozen. Sanana na Munini na AirBus scandal if you be a 2009 to 2015. And yeah, now some Afrina Interpol for issue red alert at the Ababa to a Samuel Mahama. So no, a main hospital, sending old church Munu and I'm so a contract between Ghana government, which is former president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, and the time. Ebeni AirBus for entema in seming in ababesi na before ansana yebeko kra no in sama abe say then the bet me heading to so abra this year election yeba beko yiso.
Well, unfortunately, if I'll be honest with you, it's only going to affect a little bit of Mahama's credibility. I just say one more broche and I one more munim day who can read into details. You know, make Maka say no. I deal with Mahama. But Ghana, you see, uko USA. Bibi abeto Trump bia and I said Trump bibi any corruption activity be fit Trump camp abia osha ni poll numbers e from say Joe Biden is beating him. But over Ghana we don't look at those things. I am pempi mo kwa abonti na mo ni amount for air kasa. Amount for in some mo kan back up on pese ska embo mo botom. Into no dey say Mahama acquire scandal be and AirBus Mahama nipa bi edian be pim enyo mo business. So this thing they mean to me, definitely is going to affect them. Even if it will affect her, and later now, you name in some way equate, I would say it's going to affect just a few percent because Ghana crowd the literates, literate on school. They are not the decisive voters. Just say and you know a check to me. More markets. What I say, the middlemen, the hawkers, market women, one cross, they decide a lot because Accra in Pempi, you argue with me, say, almost two about Accra votes, half. It's a MPP near 59 cry, and MPP near 51, MDC 49, MDC near 51, MPP Osha, Accra then the but the people who decide that are our market women, the Kumasi, the Angolonga, Angolon, Sugakofe. The nodding omo any decide and almost no main they don't care about AirBus scandal omo pebi kakra adechia ombetimi enye bi edidi asho omumba edi omumba kosu. That is all they think of. So I won't stand here and be hypocrite. It's going to do a little harm to Mahama, but on the international scene say Mahama etimi ji akonyano 2020 then it means say it's going to be a bad image for Ghana. Then it means say the record say sa president ono na AirBus Niko Ye Juma say which is going to create a bad impression for our beloved country Ghana.
Okay, abusuafo asɛm ni nyina ɛno no nti kyerɛkyerɛmu no sɛ bia wate AirBus scandal na hyɛseɛ baabi efi ɛne baabi aba bɛpem ɛna nana wabɔ gyesɛ wabɔ ne nyinaa atɔfa ɛde ama yɛ nti ma yɛhu comment ɛwɔ comment section no ase ne hu sɛ ne wɔn so dwen ɛfa nsɛm yi ho.